introduce our speaker, I want to introduce the chairman of the board of the chamber this year, Sabina Hurley.
Secretary Davey. Can everyone hear me okay? Well, Governor Deval Patrick appointed Richard A. Davey, Mass Department of Transportation Secretary and Chief Executive Officer in September of 2011. Secretary Davey leads a 10,000-person organization that operates a single mission: to provide a safe, reliable, and efficient transportation systems for the citizens of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Secretary Davey lives with his wife in Boston. We're more impressive, he uses the MBTA every day. Secretary Davey, welcome.
I can't take credit for using the T every day because a couple Christmases ago, my wife gave me a zip card for Christmas in my stocking. I said, "Honey, this is great, but we have a car." She said, "No, I gave it away last week to the Home for Little Wanderers. We're now car free." And I say this at the beginning of almost every speech I give, is that the current transportation system we have, we cannot afford. We just can't. And the one that I have heard from customers across the state, and I've been crisscrossing the state over the last 12 months on behalf of Governor Patrick, talking, more important, listening to people about what they want. What people want, we absolutely cannot afford. And there are many reasons why, and I'll talk a little bit about those, and talk to you a little bit about why we think a bigger bill, an investing bill, is more important at this juncture for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So first, why can't we afford what we do today? Well, there's really a couple of reasons for that. One, the MBTA is the most indebted transit agency in the United States, almost $9 billion in debt, 9B with a billion, $1 billion in debt, for a variety of reasons, including the big dig, and because they've been borrowing over the last 12 years to try to keep up with its maintenance, and they haven't been able to do it. The Highway Department, the old Highway Department, has been borrowing since the mid-1990s to pay for operations. So what does that mean? We are literally mowing the lawn on the credit card, on the state credit card. It is no way to manage a business.
In relation to the gas tax, do you plan on doing anything like other states as far as electric vehicles, adding a surcharge on the registrations?
So we haven't talked about adding a surcharge to electric vehicles, and I'd say it for a couple of reasons. One, I mean, it does run a little. I mean, to your point, obviously we don't collect revenue, but it does run counter to our policy to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, obviously. So no, at this point, we're not considering that. But I think to your point, if there's a tipping point in the future with hybrid vehicles, we're going to have to look at an equitable charge. One that's been talked about, a little controversial, it's being piloted right now in Oregon, is vehicle miles traveled. So the classic, charging you for the miles that you drive as opposed to anything else. Thanks for having me. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thanks again, Secretary Davey. We really appreciate you taking the time to come out here. I know you get a lot on your plate these days. You're running around all around the state, so thanks for coming down here. And we just want to see our projects.
Yeah.
That's all. Just enough money for those. But no, there's a lot of important work to be done. We appreciate the work of the administration and the work of the legislature, and look forward to something coming out that works for all of us. Thanks again for everyone for being here. As Steve said, now's the time to make your voice heard. So if you have particular concerns about any of these issues, now's the time to pick up the phone and speak to your local reps and senators and let them know how you feel. But thank you again for being here, and we will see you all soon. Thanks.